In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can set up Elite Algo, the world's most advanced trading system out there. So if you're ready to start making profits in the market, let's get into the video. Before we get into the setup and all the details about Elite Algo, I just want to know, if you don't know what Elite Algo is yet, it is a custom indicator that we created that gives you these buy and sell signals you see on the chart, and even gives you your stop loss and take profit levels, and even this dashboard that shows you if it's bullish or bearish on every single time frame that matters, alongside other indicators like this oscillator down here at the bottom that shows you if it's overbought or oversold, and has many more features. So if you're excited to learn exactly everything that Algo has to offer, let's get into the video. All right, so let me show you exactly how to set up Elite Algo on your charts so you can start using it today. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go up here to where it says indicators. You want to go down to invite only scripts, and then you will simply want to select Elite Algo and Elite Oscillator version 9. Now, if you do not have invite only scripts, that probably means you did not purchase the membership to use the indicator. This is a paid indicator, so you have to purchase a membership on our website, elitesignals.com, before you can use it. Now, if you purchased it and it's still not letting you activate Elite Algo, that likely means you have too many indicators on your chart. So simply just want to right click anywhere on the graph, then you want to hit remove indicators, and then go back and just do the process again and select the indicator, turn it on, and select the oscillator and turn it on. After you do that, your chart is going to look exactly like this. All right, now that we have Elite Algo set up on our charts, let's start going through the features so you know exactly what Elite Algo has to offer and how to use every single feature inside of Elite Algo. Okay, so in order to access the Elite Algo settings, you can do it in two different ways. You can go over here where it says the settings icon, click that, and then you're going to bring up the settings page. Or what you can also do is simply just right click on any of the buy and sell signals and then hit settings. And now you just brought it to the same settings page again. Before we start diving deep into the Elite Algo settings, I just want to note that this also does work on mobile and tablets, so you don't necessarily need a computer in order to use Elite Algo. So if all you have is a phone or a tablet, you can use Elite Algo as well. All right, so we're just going to go down the list here of all the features and go one by one, explaining exactly how to use every single one and what each one does. So the first one I want to talk about is the dashboard. Now, what is the dashboard? The dashboard is this little box that you see right here. Now, in the settings, you can change how small or big you want it, and you can also change the location of the dashboard for wherever you want. So if you want it to be in the top left or top right, it's up to you. Now, you also have the option to do simple or advanced version. The only difference between these two versions is the amount of information that's displayed on the dashboard. So what does the dashboard do? It tells you if it's bullish or bearish on different time frames. This helps you with multi-time frame analysis, so you know exactly how to stay along with the trend and never trade against it. It makes it very easy to do that. It also shows you the optimal sensitivity for these signals, which we'll get into a little bit later. It also shows you your current strategy that you're using. Right now, we are using the normal strategy, which we'll get into again a little bit sooner. And then your current position, your current trend, your current trend strength, the volume, if it's bullish or bearish, the volatility, if it's ranging or trending, and even the momentum of the market. So overall, this is a very good tool that you can use as confirmations for these buy and sell signals that we're going to talk about right now. All right, so let's talk about the bread and butter of this indicator, the buy and sell signals. Now, you have 4 different types of signals that are going to be given by Elite Algo. You have a regular buy and a regular sell, and then you have a smart buy and smart sell. Now, what is the difference between a smart signal and a regular signal? The difference is that the smart signals have indication that they are currently trading with the trend versus the regular buy and sell signals that are telling you there could be a possible reversal at this point. So if you're trading the smart signals, you are looking for a pullback. If you're trading the regular signals, then you are looking for a reversal. Very simple. Now, for these buy and sell signals that we see on the chart, we have the ability to increase or decrease the sensitivity for these signals. What does that mean? That means if you want your signals to appear faster on your chart, so you catch the tops and bottoms a little bit easier, then you want to have a lower sensitivity. But the lower the sensitivity, the more chances for false signals, just like you see with these ones right here, right? So you can increase this for the algo to look for more confirmation for these signals. So for example, right here, if we were to go to, let's say, a 2.5 sensitivity on this, it's not going to react as fast to these price action swings, but it might give you a little bit better signals right here. Let's take a look. So as we see, the signals appeared a little bit slower, but we did not get any false signals in this area right here. So we know that this sensitivity might be a little bit better depending on your trading style yourself. Now, personally, I like having a lower sensitivity because I am not trading these signals blindly. And in fact, I'm looking for at least 1 or 2 confirmations for me to enter a trade with the other features that Elite Algo has to offer. For example, the dashboard. Similar to sensitivity, now we have agility down here at the bottom. This will give you a little bit less of a difference, but the regular setting that we're going to have is 120, which should help also reduce the amount of false signals that we see on the chart. So by changing it to 120, we can see that again, we got better signals because we reduced the false signals given right here. Now, if you're a new trader and you're not very familiar with using Elite Algo, then I would recommend just leaving the agility to 120 and never touching it, unless you want to experiment with it and start doing some manual backtesting to see exactly which agility works best with sensitivity for what you're trading. Then just leave it at default. All right, now let's talk about the close bar feature right here. Now, I recommend you leaving this to 0 unless you are an advanced trader and you're using it to backtest a strategy again. Now, what this does is it simply just moves the buy signal or sell signal over 1 bar or as many bars as you select. So for example, right here, we're moving it over 1 bar. So if you're a beginner trader and you don't really want to go do some crazy backtesting, just leave it at 0 as default. Okay, so the next feature I want to talk about is the trend scalper. So when you select this on, it's going to show you these red and green ribbons that we see right here on the chart. So turning it off, we'll remove these ribbons. Just give it a second to load. So as you can see right there, the ribbons were removed. By turning on trend scalper, it adds these ribbons back on our chart, and these show us the short-term trend swings in the market. So you can use this as confirmation for the buy and sell signals. So you know that, for example, right here, we got this buy signal, but we were in a red ribbon, which basically telling us that this signal we should not take, right? So that's what happens, and that's why that signal didn't really do that well versus other signals, for example, where this buy signal right here was in a green ribbon. Then that gives us an idea that there might be enough momentum for it to go up and hit the take profit levels. Next up, let's start talking about the auto sensitivity feature. Now, what does this mean? This means that it will automatically pick the best sensitivity for you for the chart that you're currently on. So right now we see that the sensitivity I put is 1.8 and the optimal sensitivity given in the dashboard is 1.8. So if we were to turn this on, then it would automatically move the sensitivity to 1.8. Now, there's also 3 different presets that you can start to use with this. Is if you're a scalper like me or an intraday trader, then you can use the short-term position preset. If you're more of a swing trader, then I'd recommend the mid-term position preset. Or if you're more of a position trader, so you're looking to buy and hold for several months, then you can use the long-term preset right here for the auto sensitivity preset. So that pretty much just comes down to preference on what you like best. I personally like the short term, but again, you might trade differently than me, so you can use any of the presets that you want. Next up, guys, is the consolidation filter right here. By checking this on, it basically means that the algo is going to try to avoid out signals when the price is consolidating. So just keep that in mind that sometimes when you have this on, it's going to give you less signals, but it's going to try to give you more quality signals. Next is the smart signals only. What does this do? This makes it so the algo is only going to give you the smart signals. So for example, if you check this on right here, every single one of these buys, because they are not smart buys, will disappear, as you guys can see. So you guys can use this if you're looking to strictly trade with the trend at all times. Next is the candle colors. Well, what does the candle colors do? It just makes it so it's a little bit easier to stay in a trade by giving you only green colors when there's a buy and only red colors when there's a sell, as we see right here. But in order for this to actually work to its full potential, you need to right click the chart, go to settings, and you want to make sure that you have borders here checked off under symbol. So check this off. And now as we can see, we have red candles when it's currently in a sell position, and we have green candles when it's currently in a buy position. All right, so the next feature is the momentum candles. Now, what does this do? This kind of just shows you when there's momentum in the market by changing the colors of the candles again. So by turning it on, we can see that when there is a gray candle, there is low momentum in the market, and when there's red candles like you see right here, there is high momentum in the market. All right, and the last feature for the buy and sell signals, guys, is the high volume signals only filter down here. Now, what does this do? This makes it so it's going to void out any signal that's happening in a market that does not have high volume. Very simple. All right, so let's start talking about the risk management settings. Now, we have over here the enable trailing stop loss. So if you like using trailing stop losses in your strategy, you can simply just check this on, and it's going to give you a trailing stop loss that you can use for your trades. So you're going to see right here, for example, these red and green lines that were added to the chart. Now, this setting right here, by checking this on, you can customize how tight or loose you want that stop loss to be for your strategy. Very simple. Next up, guys, is one of my favorite features inside this algo, and is the enable swing highs and swing lows. This will help you see price action a little bit better and see when there is a high, when there's a low, when there's a break of structure, etc. So by checking this on right here, it's going to start giving you little symbols that you're going to see on your chart. Just give it a second to load here. And now we see all the highs and lows of the chart. So for example, here we got a higher low, higher low, higher low, and we see we got lower highs, lower highs. So you can kind of use this to determine exactly what's happening. You can use it also to draw up patterns on charts. So for example, different wedge patterns. So right here, we can see that we're getting higher lows and we're getting lower highs, which is creating some type of a wedge pattern that you can start to use. We got a little break right here, and then we got a sell signal, so we can see that the price went down. We could have traded that at that time. All right, so next up in the settings list is the take profit and stop loss recommendation. So this thing that you see right here, where it recommends your stop loss, your take profit 1, take profit 2, and take profit 3. Now, and if you want to customize your stop loss down here, we have different presets for how tight and how loose you want it. So by increasing or decreasing this number right here, you can tell it to have a bigger or smaller stop loss. Now for your take profits, these are ratios from your stop loss. So for example, right now, this would be a 1-to-1 ratio, then a 2-to-1 ratio for your stop loss, and then a 3-to-1 ratio for your stop loss. You can also adjust these ratios if you want it. So if you're the type of trader that likes taking bigger profits, so you're looking for a 1-to-10 risk-reward ratio, then you can set up your stop loss and your take profits that way as well. Or if you like taking smaller profits, so a 1-to-1.5 risk-reward ratio, then you can do that as well. You can check on and check off these take profit labels. So if you only want 2 take profit labels, then you can just simply check off the last take profit label, and then this one here will disappear as we see right now. Very, very simple to use, and you can customize it to any way that you want yourself. Next up, guys, is the reversal signals. Now, what are these? These are the little X's that you see on top of the candles right here and below the candles right here. Now, what do they mean? They mean that it could be a possible reversal at that area. The more X's, the more chances of a reversal coming very soon and a stronger reversal at that point. Now, there can only be 3 X's per signal. So for example, right here, we got a smart sell signal. We got our first X right here that signified a possible reversal. That didn't happen then, but then we got another X right here before the price reversed all the way up. And as we can see, it happened again over here, got an X, then an X, the price came back up again. So these are just kind of giving you areas that the price can possibly reverse at. All right, guys, the next one we want to talk about is the show the trend cloud. Now, what is that? It is this red ribbon that you see right here that's telling you that right now the price is very bearish, so you should only be looking for sell signals. Or right here, for example, where we see we have a green trend cloud, so you should only be looking for buy signals in that area. Overall, guys, the trend cloud right here is just a tool that you can use that will help you stay with a trend whenever you're trading. Then you have what you call right here the trend only signals. Again, this is just another filter that you can use. By checking this on, it's only going to give you signals that are corresponding with the trend. So for example, all of these sell signals you see right here will disappear because you had a green trend cloud. Very simple. You can leave this on or turn off. It's up to you. I personally like it off because I like to see the sell signals because they give me possible areas where I should be getting out of a trade. Next up, guys, is the fast trend cloud. Similar to the trend cloud that we see right here, it's just a faster version of it that kind of updates a little bit faster on your chart that you can also use as confirmation for your trade. Again, very simple to use, and by using it, you'll start to understand exactly what it does and how to use it better. So now we're going to start talking about my favorite features that are included inside Elite Algo, and these are the ones that kind of make your life a lot easier as a trader. So for example, right here, we have the auto trend line. So now what this does, simply by checking this on, it's going to draw a trend line on your chart for you. So you know exactly what type of trend you're in, and you have the bottom and top channels. So you can use those areas as potential reversal spots and take profit spots as well. And down here, we have the trend channel length. Now, basically just what this means is how far back do you want the algorithm to look to find these trend lines? So very simple, the higher the number, the further back, the more candles it analyzes in order to find a trend line for you. Or the smaller number, the less back it looks to find a trend line for you. Next up, guys, is again one of my other favorite features that we have inside the algo, and it is the auto support or resistance. So simply by checking this on, it's going to give us support or resistance levels on our charts for us. And this will help you tremendously as a trader, because now you're not basing your support or resistance lines on what you think they are, but rather on math. And now you know that because these support resistance levels are based off math, you know that they're more likely to be used as key levels. Next up, another feature that it has is the consolidation zone. So by checking this on down here at the bottom, it's going to draw areas of consolidation for you on your chart. So for example, right here, we see that this was a major area of consolidation, and the algo was able to recognize that for you. Also change the sensitivity here to kind of give it more or less confirmation to look at for these consolidation zones before it prints a box like this for you. Next up, guys, is the order blocks. Order blocks basically mean supply and demand zones. So by checking this on, it's going to give you areas of supply and areas of demand. So for example, right here, we are in an area of demand, and up here, we are approaching an area of supply. So these are another zones that you can use to help you with your trading and know when to be using the signals to get in and get out. So for example, right here, the price went up and it hit a supply zone. Then it gave you a smart sell signal. This means that this is a very good trade you should be taking, right? Because that is a lot of confirmation. Same with this smart sell signal over here, where it hit a supply zone and then the price just started tanking because it gave you a sell signal right there as well. Finally, we are at the last feature of Elite Algo. It is the volume profile. So by clicking this on, it's going to give us a volume profile right here in this area. And what this does is it shows us areas of resistance and support, but in a different way. The bigger the line, the more likely this area right here will be held as support or resistance. So that's another thing that you guys can use to incorporate it in your trades to better understand exactly what's going to be happening in the market. And from there, make trades that's going to likely give you a high percentage win rate. So if you guys like this video, thanks a lot for watching. That's pretty much it for the algo. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll answer every single comment that is posted on this video. And again, if you guys want access to the algo, all you gotta do is simply just go up to our website, elitesignals.com, and simply sign up for the membership. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good day.